All right, guys, this is where we were with this nice little parabola. Um, we had the vertex of 4, -3. Okay, we know it's opening up. The axis of symmetry, of course, is at x equals 4. In other words, if I would draw a vertical line at x equals 4, this would cut the parabola in half. Okay, so we were using the symmetry to find 2 points. I decided to use this 1/2 to know that I can go from the vertex, I can go up a half over 1, up a half over 1. So that gave me 3, -2.5, and 5, -2.5. This person used symmetry to find, they ended up putting 6 in. So they did 1/2, they put 6 in for x. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. Half of 4 is 2. 2 minus 3 is -1. So that's where they got 6, -1. So since 6 gave me -1, using symmetry, the same distance across my axis of symmetry will be another spot that gives me -1. So 2 gives me -1 as well. That's nice. You get if you do a couple points, you get a nicer parabola there, okay? Oh, the y-intercept. I didn't do that. The y-intercept is what you get when you put 0 in for x. So let me just erase the 6. Instead of 6, we'll put a 0 in. 0 minus 4 is -4. -4 squared, -4 times -4 is +16. So I'm taking half of 16, which is 8, minus 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. So the y-intercept is 0, 5. I didn't plot that, did I? 0, 5. Okay, so see how I struggle sometimes with drawing on this surface. So since 0 gave me 5, I can go across. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 away from my axis of symmetry. So 4 away will be another 5. Because of how we know the axis of symmetry cuts the parabola in half. Okay, that gave me a nice little graph there. Okay, so that's what they mean by reflect the y-intercept over the axis of symmetry to get the other point of 8, 5, which we did. Okay, does that make sense? Again, please remember, I don't mind at all if you use Desmos and, graph there just to make sure. What was it? 1/2 time, I just did 0.5 instead, but 1/2 x minus 4 squared, 1/2, whoops, x minus 4, and my parenthesis up arrow squared, -3, is that what it was? Okay, and so you can just kind of look at it there and see if it looks like what we graphed, right? Okay, you can look at the points that we said. There's the 0, 5. Okay, there's my vertex, 4, -3. We said, what, we went up a half. What else is here? Oh, that's not good. That's not what I want. What were some of the other points? We had 6, -1. Let me find that. It's hard to, oh, I can't get right on it. 6, -1. There we go. Is a point on the graph, and the same as 2, -1 is a point on the graph, if I can grab it. There we go, 2, -1. Okay, anyway, you can use Desmos to just kind of help you with that. All right. Okay, the last thing is writing equations given the parabola, just like we did. We did this, guys. We did this with absolute value equations. All right, first thing you want to do is look at the vertex. The vertex is -4, -2. That's your H and your K. All right, so I know right now that it's going to be, okay, my H is -4, my K is -2. I don't know what A is, okay? It looks like, since they told me this point, -5, -1.75, that sort of tells me a little bit about how far up I went. It looks like I went up a quarter, right? Up 1/4 or 0.25. And I can tell it's wider. What we're going to do, guys, is use this other point in the equation. I know it's y equals a times x minus -4. So that's x plus 4 minus plus -2, so -2, right? I know my HK, so I can write this equation. Then I'm going to use the other point they give me. X is -5 when y is -1.75. So I'm going to put -1.75 in for y. I'm going to put -5 in for x. Does that make sense? I found my HK using the vertex, -4, -2. So I know it's y equals something times x plus 4 minus 2. I'm using the xy point of -5, -1.75 in this equation. Where there was a y, I put -1.75. Where there's an x, I put -5. So now what I have is -5 plus 4 is -1. Okay, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. -1.75 plus 2 is 0.25. I'll use my calculator there. Equals -1 times a. Okay, this is a times -1. I'm writing -1a. Divide by -1. And you get that a equals -0.25 or -1/4. Okay, if you want to write it as a fraction, I prefer a fraction. Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, I just saying I do to write it. I don't care how you write it. So I have y equals -1. It shouldn't be negative because it's opening up. Wait a second. Oops, I forgot the square. Sorry. -5 plus 4 is -1. -1 squared is +1. So we get that a equals +4, which, you know, you can use the parabola to help you catch arithmetic errors like that. Okay, I had to put the whole equation in. Y equals a times x plus 4 squared minus 2. Okay, then we put -5 in for x, -1.75 in for y. -5 plus 4 is -1. -1 squared is +1. Okay, I added 2 to the other side, and that's how you get that answer. The other thing you can do, guys, if that's confusing to you, look at where this point is compared to the vertex. I went up a quarter over 1, right? You had to realize that to get from -2 to -1.75, you went up 0.25. Okay, so that's where this comes from. All right, let's look at this one. Okay, again, I can write y equals, I don't know what a is, but I know that my vertex is 2, 6. So it's x minus 2 plus 6. Okay, I know that much, right? My vertex is at 2, 6. Now, this other point is 3, 3. Okay, x is 3 and y is 3. So I am going to put 3 in for y. I'm going to put 3 in for x. Oops. Gosh, why do I keep forgetting the square? Anyway, and then I go 3 equals, let's see, 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So I have a times 1 plus 6. So I'll subtract 6. I get -3 equals a. Okay, which I could have gotten by seeing that I go down 3 and over 1, right? So then a is -3. All right, so my final answer is y equals negative 3 times x minus 2 squared plus 6. And again, the A is going to be the hardest part. You're going to see the vertex and you'll be fine, but the A is tough. We'll practice that. You have practice with your homework. Okay, the assignment is to do the worksheet posted in Schoology. Let me move myself. Do the worksheet posted in Schoology. You can either print it out and do the problems on the printout, or you can just write your answers on another piece of notebook paper. I don't care. Okay, either way, you just take pictures of it and please send it to my email, brentk@carlisleschools.org. And then what I do, as you know, is look at them online. I make comments on them and then I send them back to you. Okay, so that we have all that done. Please do that this week. Seems like it's kind of a lot. Okay, well, let me see if I'll pull up the worksheet here. Okay, here it is. It's 12 problems. Okay, so here's this stuff again. Okay, where you're just telling me the axis of symmetry, telling me the vertex, does it open up or down? Use A to find points on either side of the vertex. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be one unit, just on either side. Okay, these are some other points. Y-intercept is 0, whatever. And put 0 in for X, and then some extra points. I'm giving you some X's and asking you to find some other points, and then I ask you to graph it. Okay? And again, you can use Desmos to help you. Here is where I give you equations. Okay? And I ask you to figure them out. Just for you to know the domain, go ahead and fill them in. All reals, all reals, all reals. Oh, I already put that. All reals, okay? This first one, I'm telling you, the range, y is greater than or equal to -4, right? The vertex is at -3, -4. This is what I mean by how I want you to do the domain and range. I forgot I did that one for you, so to give you a little help. You can write all reals for all the domains. The ranges are different, okay? But we also want you to write the equation of each parabola. So right here, it should say y equals... What's it look like? 1, right? It looks like I just go up 1 over 1. So y equals 1, x plus 2 squared minus 3. That's what should go here. Y equals 1, you don't even have to write the 1, times x plus 2 squared minus 3. Okay? This one, it looks like I'm upside down, and I just go down 1 over 1. So this will be y equals negative, parentheses, x plus 1 squared, plus 0. We don't really have to write that. Anyway, good luck with those. Send pics and send them to me. Okay, there's 12 problems. All right. Okay, see you guys in class. Have a great week. Miss you. Bye.